Just please take a seat. We're about 2 minutes away from starting. I know it's a hot day, but believe me, I come from Bristol, Connecticut. I'm Fernando Paloma from ESPN. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today, and I'd like to take a chance to also thank the people at Relevant, Mr. Rawls, for the invitation. When you got 3 inches of snow on the ground at home, you certainly love to be in this place right now. So I take it it's hot, but we're going to make a hotter announcement here soon. We'd like to acknowledge the presence of the mayor of the city of Miami, Mr. Carlos Jimenez. Also the chairman, Steve Bovo, Commissioner Francis Suarez. Additionally, I'd like to recognize the presence of dignitaries in our crowd today, consuls from all over the world who have joined us here today for this major announcement. And a special thanks to our partners at Fontainebleau. And thank you for Mr. Jeffrey Sofer, co-chairman and CEO at Turnberry Associates, for hosting this event. We'd like to begin by welcoming co-founder of RSC Ventures, Mr. Matt Higgins, on stage. Matt.
How you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Mic work? Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today. Welcome. Obviously, we're very excited today, and this has really been many years in the making. So I want to do a couple of things this afternoon. Give you a little bit of a context about what is the International Champions Cup and some of the people who have been working behind the scenes to make today possible. And then I have the great privilege and honor of introducing my partner and my mentor, my friend, Stephen Ross. So let me begin by telling a little bit about the International Champions Cup, which was founded in 2013 with Charlie Stilitano and John Scheiman as our co-founders. And the vision behind ICC, which was driven by Steve, was soccer is on the way up in the United States, that's clear. But Americans want to see the best in sport. And we need to find a way to bring the best teams in the world to cities across the country and ultimately across the world and make sure those matches are competitive. Fast forward, we built a global ecosystem to enable this to happen. This year we'll have 12 matches in the United States of the best teams in the world. We'll have 7 matches in Asia, 4 in China, and a new market that we're going to announce very soon, and several matches in Europe. It's not just putting on matches, though, in terms of what you see on TV. It really is about delivering the preseason for the best teams in the world and putting them in the best possible position to succeed. So you can imagine the logistics that are involved in doing that. If a team needs to play on a natural field, we put in fields. If the team needs to be in a certain region of the country, we put them there. And a lot goes into reconciling all those variables. So first, I'd like to thank the team at Relevant Sports, which oversees the ICC. Charlie Stilitano, where are you, Charlie? There you are, Charlie. Charlie is an amazing person, probably the most connected, beloved person in international soccer. I don't think that's an exaggeration. And we could not be here without the trust that he has earned over decades of bringing best matches in the world. And when the book of international soccer in the U.S. is written, Charlie will certainly have a chapter if he didn't actually write it. So thank you, Charlie. John Scheiman is here. John works in the background, but he's probably the only person in the world who can reconcile all these different competing variables, this alchemy that goes into putting these matches together, and somehow make it all work out. So John, thank you. David Tyler is our CEO, who runs around the world and figures out these contracts and puts it together. And we have an entire team of people who are trusted by team executives across the earth to make sure they do right when the team goes out on the road. Molly and Kwame and Kathy, and names you don't know, but people who I would be remiss if I didn't thank for all your hard work. So thank you. In order to put the tournament on in China, we have to have a team of people on the ground in Hong Kong who aren't here with us today because they're in Hong Kong, but hopefully they're watching right now at 1 in the morning. They have been able to make sure that we can put on matches in Shanghai and Beijing and Hong Kong. Anywhere the best teams in the world want to go, that's where we go. And thank you to the team at Catalyst. The Dolphins have done an amazing job making sure that whenever the ICC happens, we bring the best matches here. And Tom Garfinkel, best CEO in all of sports, I believe, and his entire team, Todd Klein and Jeremy Walls and Jason Jenkins, everybody at the Dolphins does an amazing job putting it together. We have an entire orchestra of people, hundreds of people around the world making this happen. Companies that we have partners with, Gary Vaynerchuk, Jesse Darris in PR, tons of people who do this throughout the year, 12 months to make today possible. Every good orchestra needs a great conductor. There's a young man named Danny Silman. Danny, are you here today? Danny has been tasked with putting this together and has worked day and night to make the logistics of El Clasico work out, and you've done a great job. So if you join me in giving everybody involved in the ICC a round of applause, thank you. So I get asked this question a lot, and certainly a lot today. How did the El Clasico happen? Right? This idea has been kicked around for decades. And the answer is simple. Above all else, it's Stephen Ross. And when you look throughout Steve's career and how he approaches things, there's a few things that are in common, whether we're talking about real estate, Equinox, the Miami Dolphins. It's a commitment to excellence above all else. He does nothing in half measures. Everything is pursued to excellence. He has a willingness to go against the tide when others say something is not possible. He has an ability to look into the future and connect the dots. And last but not least, he never takes no for an answer. And you can imagine on the road to here today, there were many no's. But he never takes no for an answer. And Steve recognized early on that the ICC would be the showcase for the best matches taking place around the world. And we've done some great ones. Over 100,000 people in the Big House twice. The finals we held in Miami a couple of years back. Spectacular matches. But nothing compares to hosting the El Clasico. And Steve reflected saying, how are we going to get this done? We need to demonstrate to our colleagues at Barcelona and Real Madrid that you can trust us to take your most precious match, the greatest rivalry in all sports, and do it right. In December, Steve said we need to get on a plane and we need to go there and we need to look the teams in the eye and we need to say, you have our word, we're going to do this right. On December 1st, we flew overnight. First, we started in Madrid and had a great meeting with Presidente Perez and Jose Angel and his team. We went then to Barcelona and had lunch. Steve assured them of the same. And in the end, we got their commitment to do it because they trust us. And so, Steve, whether we're talking about building the greatest real estate company in the world, whether we're talking about developing an entire new neighborhood in Manhattan, whether we're talking about Equinox, whether we're talking about investing $500 million to transform the Miami Dolphins Stadium and build a winning franchise, we are here today because no matter what you're doing, you do it right. Stephen Ross.
Thank you, Matt, for those kind words, and thank everybody who's really worked on making this happen. For me, this is like a dream coming true. Believe it or not, in 1958, I was a beach boy here at the Fontainebleau Hotel, having gone to school in Miami. So standing here today to announce something that is really one of the great events, and will be the biggest event this summer in Miami is truly something very, very exciting. So as we've alluded to, we are bringing to Miami the El Clasico, which will rank as one of the top events in the world of sport. So with that, I'd like to announce where? Was this anyway? What was supposed to happen? There it comes. The El Clasico will be Real Madrid playing Barcelona, and when they come to play a game, there's nothing friendly about it. They come, it's like a war. They don't like to lose. In fact, there was like an intervention that happened that we were very lucky in that when we went to see them in December, they were playing their Clásico in Barcelona. And having spoken with Real Madrid, who doesn't want to lose, as neither team really does, but they kind of like indicated to us if they won, they'd consider the match, and they let us know after the match. So the score, with 1 minute to go, is 1-0 Barcelona. And in the last 1 minute, much like what Barcelona did last week in winning one of the great matches of all time, Real Madrid scored a goal, and it was a 1-1 tie. And that intervention allowed us to really bring this game here. I don't think it would have happened had that not had happened. So we're really exciting. But what's really more exciting is really for Miami. When we renovated the stadium and when I spoke with the mayor and got the support of them to really create one of the really great show places for major events in America. And now that the stadium is renovated, this really will kick off what I think will be the great events. In Miami, this just is not a game we're talking about. This whole week will be an event, a series of parties, other games, and from starting probably on Tuesday going through Sunday, there'll be something happening at all times, and you'll see something much like a Super Bowl. And this is an event that I promise you we will bring every year to Miami. I don't know if we'll be able to get Real Madrid to play Barcelona because they haven't done it before outside of Spain except once in Venezuela in '92. So getting them to play, as you can imagine, is no easy feat. But hopefully we'll show them that what a Miami is, and hopefully they'll want to come back. But certainly this is the opportunity to see the two greatest teams with the two greatest players in the world here. So we are committed to this and making this week the most important week of the summer in the United States. So with that, we are committed also to really providing and helping the community, and we are setting up a scholarship fund of $100,000 for the students in this community to go to college as part of that. So with that, I'd like to thank you very much. I hope you can all get tickets to the game. And we'll see you this summer, July 29th. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ross. And yeah, tickets will be sold, and I'm sure they're going to go fast. And he was talking about the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is coming here in 2020, right? That event, this coming July 29th, it's going to be, and it's going to make Miami feel like Miami's actually hosting the Super Bowl just a couple of years beforehand. And just to kind of give you a heads up on what you can be expecting in 2020, Mayor Carlos Jimenez is coming up on stage. Mayor of Miami-Dade. It's a big week, and Miami better be ready for that.
Thank you very much, and I'd like to thank the ICC for bringing this event to Miami and Miami-Dade County, but especially I need to thank Steve Ross. Steve Ross believes in our hometown. Steve Ross believes in our hometown to the extent that he spent $500 million of his own money to renovate what is now the Hard Rock Stadium. And without that investment, we would not have gotten this game here today. And without that investment, we would not have gotten the Super Bowl here in 2020. And without that investment, we wouldn't get a lot more events that we are going to be getting here in Miami and Miami-Dade County. And so I'm really thrilled that Real Madrid and FC Barcelona are going to be playing here in Miami for the first time in 25 years outside of Spain, which is historic. And I'm sure that stadium is going to be rocking. You're going to have to separate the fans. It gets a little, they're somewhat, they're very much into their teams. And when I was in Spain a couple of years ago, you really couldn't say the word FC Barcelona and Madrid, and you can't say Real Madrid and Barcelona. That's how the intensity of this rivalry is. And I look forward to that game. I look forward to maybe buying a couple of tickets myself and get on the ground floor. These tickets are going to go. They're going to go fast. It's a great event. Thank you, Steve Ross, for your belief in Miami. Thank you for your investment, and we're all going to benefit from it. So with that, I want to, again, thank everybody, and everybody have a great day. May God bless you all.
Mayor, thank you. I don't know, the mayor might say that he had to do something with the weather, but that's right. Did you have to do anything with the weather? He'll say yes, probably. That game, 1982, was played in Barquisimeto. The last time that Real Madrid and Barcelona played outside of Spain. Madrid won that game 1-0. Vicente del Bosque scored that one. And 7,000 showed up at the stadium to watch it. You can count that there's going to be maybe 70,000 outside the stadium wanting to get in to watch this one. And one person that had a lot to do in making this game happen, a dream for most of us that live here in the States and want to see high-quality soccer. He's provided it for a long time on organizing the best friendly matches that this country has seen. Charlie Stilitano.
I have all the housekeeping stuff to take care of. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Ross, Matt Higgins, for the kind words. And just so you know, Risto's already asked me for 4 tickets for the game, so I'll get them for you, Risto. Don't worry about it. I was saying last night that I was worried that this was going to be El Clasico, Napoli against PSG. But I'm glad you guys both had a good week this week and came through for us. I wanted to talk a little bit and introduce Robert Young. Where are you, my friend? Please stand up. Okay. Robert is the artist who's done an incredible job, and you see these incredible faces for El Clasico, our partner. Robert has done this special tribute to El Clasico. He's originally from Toronto. What a surprise, he moved here. It's a little colder in Toronto today, I'm sure, but an equally nice city. So thank you, Robert, for just contributions. Incredible. And then I have to thank, our partners, Seminole Hard Rocks Hotel and Casino. They will host what will surely prove to be an epic event, the El Clasico Miami VIP party at Hard Rock Live, which is planned for Thursday night of game week. This VIP experience will feature soccer greats and renowned music talent. Tickets for the event will be offered exclusively in our VIP game packages. Ready? Now I'm going to give you the other bit of business here. El Clasico Miami will be broadcast on ESPN and ESPN Deportes at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on July 29th. A special thank you to John Skipper, ESPN, who's done an incredible job in helping bring these games to life. The entire ICC. John Scheinman will help me here. How many games are on ESPN1, John? 8 games out of 12, and the others are on ESPN2 live. So it's an incredible commitment from ESPN, and we expect this game to probably be the largest broadcast outside of a World Cup game here in the United States. So we're really excited about that. VIP travel and ticket packages are available now via the official hotel, Fontainebleau, Miami Beach, at www.fountainbleu.com/El Clasico. Exclusive pre-sale tickets to the matchup will be available beginning Friday, March 17 at 10 a.m. Eastern, with general public sale beginning Monday, March 20 at 10 a.m. Eastern at www.internationalchampionscup.com. And finally, I want to thank the teams, the incredible, 2 of the greatest teams this world has ever seen. And right now, they're at the top of their game. We're thinking this Clásico may be the one outside of Spain, not just 82, but maybe this year's final in Cardiff, if we're lucky, and then we could have the Clásico here as a revenge match, because somebody's got to win the final of the Champions League. I want to thank again Manel Arroyo, who is head of delegation here, Risto Stoichkov from Barcelona, Emilio Butragueño, my dear friend. We started this journey together August 8th, 2002. And the man sitting next to you probably played in the game but doesn't even remember a giant stadium, Real Madrid, Roma, and of course the great Roberto Carlos. 3 of the great players in world soccer history here. And all I can say is thank you, the team at Relevant, the Miami Dolphins, Mr. Ross, Matt Higgins. Cannot thank you enough. Thank you.
My list of tickets will be on your way soon, too. And now I'd like to welcome on stage Miami Dolphins and Hard Rock Stadium President and CEO, Mr. Tom Garfinkel.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So we had a press conference at the stadium back, I think, January 16th, 2015, where we announced the renovations to the stadium. And at that time, Steve Ross stood up and said he wanted this to be a global entertainment destination. And I think this proves that we've accomplished that. We've got concerts like U2 and Metallica and Coldplay coming this summer. We've got now this fantastic rivalry and soccer match. And to give you context for what a rivalry it is, if you don't know, when we flew over and went to the game in Barcelona, the fans there were almost unlike anything I've ever seen. And up in the corner of the stadium, the far reaches of the corner, there was a chain link fence with a couple hundred people behind the chain link fence. And I turned to a friend next to me and I said, "What is the chain link fence?" He said, "That's where the Real Madrid fans sit." So in Barcelona, because they want to keep them safe behind the chain link fence. But it was, and I'm sure it's the same when you go to Madrid. But the rivalry is real. And to have the greatest players in the world like Messi and Ronaldo here playing will be fantastic. So I want to thank everyone for your participation and for this wonderful match that we're going to have. I want to recognize a couple of Miami Dolphins greats who are here with us today. Defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh. And Hall of Famer Dan Marino. So joining us today in the audience as well is Gabriela Martinez. She's the president of marketing with Warner Music from Latin America. Thank you, Gabriela, for being here. She secured Jesse and Joy, the 2017 Grammy Award winners for Best Latin Pop Album, and they'll be one of the many artists performing that week. As Steven said, it's going to be like a Super Bowl. We'll have all kinds of parties, events, entertainment, and different things going on the whole week that we're looking forward to. And at this time, I had someone I was going to introduce, but I'm going to let Fernando make the introduction because Fernando's son, Juan Marcos, really wanted Fernando to make this special introduction.
We're going away from what was scripted, and thanks, Tim, for that. My son is a big fan of the next person that's coming up on stage. I called him yesterday, and he was extremely upset that I didn't bring him to Miami. He wanted to be here just to meet him. So I'm hoping in late July that we can arrange that to happen, right? And forget about the I forgot about the VIP party tickets. Where is that? We'll take care of that. Yeah. So next on stage.
Go ahead.
You want to do it?
You do it.
I do it. Florida.
It's about to go down in a minute. Let me touch down. I'ma get it. 'Cause I been waiting all night to make it go from the friend zone to the end zone. Trying to take it to the house.
Woo! Such a huge event coming here. Stephen Ross and I met at Super Bowl, which is a great, amazing event. I turned up the party there. And this is history. Let's give it up for Stephen Ross for this. This is definitely history. This is a city in which I was born and raised at 305. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pitbull. He represents as well. But I'm excited. I travel around the world. I've been to a lot of soccer games around the world, and we know the energy that it brings. So, I look forward to, just going out there. My new record, Game Time, I will be performing that. Thank you once again. And me and my friends are going to be out there to the game and just enjoying. So, everybody, I look forward to a phenomenal party. I'm going to bring the energy. Welcome to my house. Love you all. God bless.
In Florida, we'll be playing a big part in that extremely appetizing week for any taste, be it the parties or the game. The game is going to be amazing, too, and there's a lot more announcements coming up with regards to the week that Miami is going to host in late July. Now I'd like to welcome representatives of both teams to come up on stage. He was one of the, I would call him my idol growing up. I'll just keep it to one of my idols when I was just watching the games. Otherwise, when I start revealing dates and ages here. Emilio Butragueño, he's the vice president of Real Madrid.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. We are really honored to come back to the United States. Your warmth and hospitality always make us feel at home. And at the same time, we are fully aware of how passionate people are about football here in Miami. And in fact, we have many fans here, fans that we feel the support no matter where we are. We think that football is a sport that can enjoy everyone, regardless of their nationality, culture, and language. Our wonderful sport is an ideal opportunity for everybody to get together, and Real Madrid would like to be a reference in regard to those values who made our club famous worldwide. We've become where we are today because of teamwork, humility, and respect. The game we are going to play here at the end of July is the first Clásico, which is going to be played in 35 years. In our view, is the symbol of a sport without boundaries and with a clear mission to make millions of fans all over the world happy. I would like to express our deepest gratitude to Stephen Ross and Charles Stilitano. You are doing a great job spreading football in this amazing country, as well as connecting with fans. In our view, this game is arguably the best game a football fan can watch in the world, the most exciting game which can be organized, can be held. So Steve, Charlie, congratulations. We've known for a long time, and you know that we are delighted to work with you. It goes without saying we are going to do our best to make this game an unforgettable experience, something that we hope will stick in football fans' minds forever. Really, thank you so much for this terrific opportunity. Thank you.
I'll ask Emilio to remain on stage as I don't know if you've seen anybody with a huge smile since Wednesday. If you've been walking around Miami since Wednesday afternoon and you've seen somebody wearing a big smile that you have no reason that person be wearing that smile for, and they kept that smile up until Thursday and they still carry on with that smile today, that person must be a Barcelona fan because they won an amazing game on Wednesday. And one of the persons that was wearing a huge smile on his face all throughout, Vice President of the club, Mr. Manuel Arroyo.
Thank you very much. Exactly. What Fernando's saying is a huge week for us. And I am feeling today that also we are writing history. Okay, we are in a epic moment, in a key moment for football in this country. We would like to thank Stephen Ross for this huge opportunity for our club, but also for the family of football. I think this fantastic match, the rivalry between us, but also the awareness that we are waking up around the world in this match, but especially in this country, will be a big jump, a big help to develop the football in US. That is what also from FC Barcelona we are looking for many time. No? As you know, recently we have opened an office in New York. That means and shows our commitment with this country. And clearly what we are going to deliver these days, the day of July in 29, is not just a friendly match. Always Barca Real Madrid is something more than a friendly match. It's something that awake big passions. We are sure that we are going to enjoy a fantastic match with all our stars here in Miami in this fantastic opportunity that Stephen Ross, Charlie Stilitano, all the team of Relevant Sports are bringing to us. I think it's one of the moments that we are going to remember for many years, because against a Barca Real Madrid team in this city, in this country, in these conditions, will be a big help for our sport that we love, that we like, and that always we are writing historical pages. Again, Stephen, thank you very much for all your commitment in this important moment. Charlie and Relevant Sports team, thank you for this opportunity for FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. And for the Spanish League, that for sure also is going to have an opportunity in this country after this match. Thank you very much.
Mr. Manuel Arroyo, thank you. And just a reminder, Barcelona lost that last Clásico that was ever played outside of the Spanish borders. So if you want to take revenge 35 years later. I'd like to invite now two of the representatives of the game for the better part of the last 3 decades. Mr. Ross, you would have thought about signing this guy as a quarterback in his day. He ran fast. One of the best left backs in the history of the game. Roberto Carlos on stage, please. Bienvenido. And he was by far one of the best players of his generation, won the Ballon d'Or, presented to the best player in 1994, as he was considered the best player that year and played in one of the best teams in the history of the game, that FC Barcelona, that was coached by Johan Cruyff, Mr. Hristo Stoichkov. And again, the man that is making this happen, again, Mr. Stephen Ross, please come back on stage.
Thank you all for coming to this historic announcement. And I can promise you one thing. You can hear the passion of these people here about their teams and about this game. And I can tell you we are going to bring that same passion to create a truly, truly great week here in Miami that everybody will really want to attend and be part of. So in recognition of their coming and looking forward to it, I'd like to present them, these two teams, these something for us to recognize them. Oh, and two beautiful girls to present it. What could be better? It's Miami. And thank you all, and we'll see you on July 29th, or the week. We start on Wednesday. Thank you.
It's game time. I'm a hustler, baby. Why you think they pay me? Let me know when you're ready to roll. Do 180 in the gray Mercedes.